Okay, so I just want to show you a little bit about this idea of tessellations. This is a great book if you're interested, by Dale Seymour's publications, and it's all about using this notion of a pattern repeated in a geometric interlocking fashion to create a tessellated pattern. So what I'm going to show you here right now is kind of like the how-to in a really quick step-by-step. So this is my pattern that I've created, and what I've done is I've taken a geometric form. I just used a square simply for this exercise, and as a trapezoid, and I use these to start my pattern. So I just have two square patterns here because I have the matching tessellation. But what I did is I drew my square, and then I drew some design inside the square. Alright, and as you can see, I cut out the design and I tape it directly across on the opposite side of the square. Likewise, I'm going to do that for the bottom. Cut it out and cut it almost as exactly in line. The point is that if I was to take this and put it on a piece of paper and draw it and redraw it and draw it, it should interlock. So here is this pattern right here. You can see it's just a regular square shape. I drew something like that, cut it out, set it on top, drew something, like this, cut it out, and then I stuck it right here. And I just did it with like a really simple piece of tape, made sure that it was exactly across, because the idea is once you set it down on your paper, you can trace it, and the next pattern should, in theory, interlock with the top pattern. You can see that. So try it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a great little exercise. This is the pattern that I got. And then the next thing you do is try and figure out, if you don't have an idea, what these shapes could be and what you could create with them detail-wise. So this is me kind of drawing my pattern out. I always start in the center. And this is me finishing it. And you can see that it crops on the edges, and that actually is a really great result. And then because I was doing this for a kids workshop, I did Gru and little minions, as you can see. And so this is my tessellation pattern. I would probably keep going with this, but you can see that each little minion, because they kind of look like a peanut from this shape right here, is different in expression, which kind of made the pattern really fun. There's also a white space in between, and so I'd probably do something in there, maybe a background scene. That could be fun. So you can keep going with these sort of things. Here's another one. Here's this. I did a random shape. I just went, and created this shape. And then just a simple little bump on top. And then I set it at an angle, so this is still the square. And then there's my pattern in the center. I drew it and redrew it and interlocked it so that it kind of kept on repeating itself as you go. And then I ended up with this funny little scene, which is not something I intended, but you can see the progression of this sort of pirate investigating some sort of cove. So that's kind of the tessellations in a nutshell, just in case you're interested. Have a little fun with this. And if you're also interested, go out and grab this book.